The New York Giants heat up and ready to roll. And off we go from Oakland. And he'll wind up about... if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And the Oakland Raiders offense heading onto the field, and talk about their quarterback spot. Derek Carr, he's had some struggles in the preseason, hasn't he?
He has had those, but I don't expect there to be a quick hook or anything of that nature. He's expected to be their starting quarterback for a long time. But behind him, they've gotten a good look at Connor Cook, who is their fourth-round selection. And I talked with someone from the Raiders front office. They think he can be an absolute steal. Wouldn't be surprised if he moved to number 2 ahead of Matt McGloin when the season begins.
Murray, the lone setback. On first down, Carr. And his first look is incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Buying time to his left. And there's a flag on the play. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
I believe I understand where the offense was going there. They just hit a big pass play, thought they could fool them with a run, but maybe they overthought it a little bit. Just hit a nice pass, come back with another one, keep the momentum going.
To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball on open feet.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Clive Walford, 36 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. Here comes Darkwa. Oh, spinning away. And New York set to take the field. This guy was a Raider for a year, Rashad Jennings. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Four yards remaining now on second down. They run again with Jennings. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Manning. He's got time in the pocket. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. And the Raiders pick it up. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Raider offense now making... their way toward the huddle. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Carr will try it again on second down. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Clive Walford with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. That's a heck of a start to this one for him here in the first quarter.
2 receiving touchdowns, just getting the game underway, essentially. I mean, there's a long way to go. If I'm on defense, I got to figure out how to slow this guy down. Because when one guy shreds your team, that's demoralizing. Make him spread it around at least. But right now, he's showing no signs of slowing down.
Play clock winding down. Carr will look to throw. And there's a flag on the field. And he is not going to get into the end zone here, although there is a flag down, but this could very well be a hold anyway. No move for the kicker. They'll still go for 2, this time from the 12. They'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. Here's Harris to return it. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field.
And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Manning, and that's going to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
On 3rd and long, it's Manning. And this is going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 4th down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And they're going to try for the 4th down conversion. Manning and the offense staying put. Beckham, the lone receiver, right. They do go for it. It's Manning. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And boy, he had an excellent game in week 2 of the preseason. It was a nightmare for the Packers O-line to try to stop Khalil Mack.
And I think that's what the league feels in total. Anytime you play against Oakland and Khalil Mack, you're going to have a nightmare trying to block him, and that should open things up for other guys like Bruce Irvin, who came over in free agency. But bottom line is, Khalil Mack is a wrecking force on every snap he's on the field. And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well. Because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Latavius Murray, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good as, that is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game. And maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage. And they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, a little bit questionable.
They go play action for Jennings. Now Manning finding time. And this is caught at the 20. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Manning now on first down. Penalty marker is down here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Josh Brown now for the point after.
Remember the one-dimensional tight ends who just put their hand in the ground and block people? Well, if you're that guy now, you're probably a fullback in an I formation offense. These tight ends nowadays can do everything. Block, run, and catch. Beautiful connection for a touchdown.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. Pressure up the middle, and down he goes. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Well, there was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's third down. Carr going to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 11 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it fourth down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on third and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Here we go on 4th down with Carr. And that's complete to Walford. It's a gain of 9 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Every quarterback likes having a reliable target at tight end, and I think young quarterbacks especially, because they want to get the ball in their hands quickly. I think these two, Derek Carr and Clive Walford, that's a pretty good connection for years to come for Oakland.
Yeah, he started to come on strong end of his rookie year. Now the Raiders really hoping for that second-year jump out of Walford. That was second down run for Murray. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
If you draft a guy in the 6th round and he gives you a 1,000-yard season at some point, would you say he's good value?
That's good return on investment. He was the first Raiders guy to rush for 1,000 yards in 2015 since McFadden back in 2010.
Latavius Murray, remember the name.
We ready? 5
On first down, Murray. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
This is Murray, and that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
I'm not sure they could have had a better call there for the defense. Blitz was called, and they're setting up for a draw. When you're blitzing, you're likely to beat them to the punch because they're going to take a little extra time to set up. Talk about the offensive line. In this case, you'll get into the backfield before they can get set up.
Now Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. And an alley to run. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Roy Halou, 49 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Manning. This is Shepard on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Manning now on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Play action. Manning. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. They come out here in the eye. Here's Manning to throw. A screen here to Vereen. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Manning indeed going for it on 4th. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decision.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Carr now on 1st down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. So 2nd and 10 here.
Check four. Single.
Carr now to throw. Crabtree with it over the middle. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Michael Crabtree, 32 yards. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. New York set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Alert. 3 down. Mike 50. Zebra. Shift. Set. Mike 50. Okay, just like that. Zebra. Check the backer.
And now with the play clock winding down, Ben McAdoo's going to call a timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Throwing on 1st down is Manning. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Hey. We got three. Zebra. Zebra. Show it at. Set. Mike 50.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on 3rd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Two times. 4 down. Zebra. Shit.
Now it's Jennings. Jennings lost the football. And a big seam, and he might go all the way. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
Manning now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard as the first half is winding down. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps. But they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Eli's going to throw, and this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a second quarter onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Room here to run. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Now Brown to add on the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to be set up in excellent field position up past the 45. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And New York set to take the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're
is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it's 1st down, New York. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Manning now to throw. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. A good pickup there at 22. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. They go play action for Jennings. Now Manning. Able to find Harris, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
Into the red zone now, Manning. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A strong running. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And quickly they get to the line. Manning to throw on 3rd and 1. He finds Beckham complete. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran, take him what the defense will give him.
zone for a giant TD. Rashad Jennings taking it in. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. The lone receiver right is Cooper. Throwing now is Carr. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards.
A well-executed screen pass means the offensive line has bluffed the defenders. They make them think that they can just get through and get to the quarterback. Instead, they're setting them up. Little screen pass, loft it over them, and now they're in front, and they get downfield for big yardage when they do it right.
Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, look, credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Murray, the lone setback. Now Carr. Open man is Holmes. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
Back now in the East Bay. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. And ready now for 2nd and 9. Tenth carry of the game now. Murray. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Latavius Murray, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. And the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to to the 26-yard line. New York set to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up the score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Now Manning. His throw incomplete.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defender's going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
On 3rd and long, it's Manning. He's got Cruz complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this.
Zebra.
This is Jennings. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. He's brought down that time by a couple of Raiders. And they're going to speed things up here. On 2nd down, here's Manning. Over the middle here to Donnell. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Murray, the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On 1st down, Carr looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And New York set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word. I just
looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Eagle, Nate Allen. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on the big offensive line.
Again, it's Murray. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down. So nothing there, but maybe and now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Out is Janikowski now for the Raider field goal try. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. New York set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Out on the right, this is Cruz. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On first down, Manning. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. He was trying to get it to Rashad Jennings. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense, and what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Sean Smith. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Now out come the Giants. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing on first down is Manning. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former Super Bowl MVP, Malcolm Smith. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches, and the 2-point attempt is turned aside. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Sean Smith. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right? And sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Carr going to throw here. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Carr now on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. To throw, it's Carr. Completes it right side to Cooper. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Again, it's Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Cooper Taylor. And New York set to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Manning again here on 2nd and 10. To Shepard, complete over the middle. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Manning now on 1st down. He's got time. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football.